Made by people like you.
Your community.
Your radio.
Your Preston FM.
Now, a little earlier in the show, I interviewed Heather Harrison and Mr. T from the Quit Squad here in Lancashire, and they were talking about October being Stoptober. That's the time when you can have lots of help to stop smoking. Now, one of the things that often people do when they stop smoking is exercise. Now, on Sunday, I've got a brilliant exercise for you, whatever level. It's something brilliant, and it's a great way of raising money. It's called Lancashire Loop Cycle Challenge, and you may never have heard of it, but we're going to rectify that right now, because on the phone is Rose Franks from MedEquip4kids. So, Rose, a very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Hughie.
Now, before we get all our listeners excited about getting on their bikes on Sunday to raise money for you, can you tell us a little about MedEquip4kids, the organisation?
Okay, yes. MedEquip4kids, we've been going for nearly 30 years now. We're celebrating our 30th birthday next year. We're a Northwest-based children's charity, and we fund medical equipment, facilities, in hospitals and community health teams across the north of England. And last year, actually, 100,000 children had a better chance of recovery from illness or injury thanks to our work. The money will go to several of our projects that we're funding at the time. And just to pinpoint in your local area there, Hughie, we're in talks at the moment with Lancaster Hospital to providing some equipment there. And in the past, we have provided cot covers at Preston neonatal unit. Right. And also on our list at the moment is at Ormskirk Hospital, where we've previously funded an incubator. We're now funding pulse oximeters at that hospital. So quite a lot going on in the Lancashire area. Okay.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like that. So as you say, that's everything from incubators to any kind of equipment that helps in medical recovery of children. Yes, and it's not always a medical piece of equipment. It can be, as I said, a facility like a sensory room or a play therapy garden that can help children, that perhaps having very evasive treatments can help them relax, because it can be a very frightening place, hospitals often. Some children, they can, benefit from this. And also it'll help everybody within the whole situation, really, the parents or carers of the patient, the siblings as well. If they've got to attend lots of appointments with, younger children as well, there's some areas there and help to, distract them and make the experience a little bit better. So I would imagine, because we often hear about cutbacks within NHS, etc., so I would imagine lots of things being provided by yourselves that otherwise may not be actually provided for. That's right, yes. I mean, it can often be said to me that why aren't the NHS providing these things? But it's just a fact. They only have a certain amount of money to allocate, and we'd like to think that we're making the list each year a little bit longer for the hospitals and supplying, as you said, those extra pieces. Now, and like many organisations, of course, raising money, I would imagine, is paramount to keep everything ticking over. It is, yes. We're constantly thinking, sort of 12, 18 months ahead of what we, planning what we're going to do. Lots of different events that we perhaps had on for numerous years. And then we're also thinking of new events as well. So tell us then a little about Lancashire Loop Cycle Challenge. It's taking place this Sunday. Yep, that's right. Sunday the 5th of October. This is a regular event in our calendar, and this year it actually is our 10th year of organising this event. There's something there for everybody, Hughie. There's 3 circular routes, all starting and finishing at Cochrane Village Hall near Lancaster. There's an 18-mile route, which we really aim for families, and that goes across Cochrane Sands, so it's a fairly flat route. You've got the 50-mile route, which you've got a few hills to start off with, but once you pass the 30-mile point, you're onto the flatter home straight. And I have to say, each year we have many inexperienced cyclists successfully completing that 50-mile route. And then, of course, we have the 100-mile challenge. This is really geared towards experienced cyclists because the climbs there are approximately 500
500 feet throughout the 5,000 feet throughout the course, taking you through the Ribble Valley, Bowland Fells, and the Loon Valley, and right up to Sladeburn, and there's some serious hills up there.
And I would imagine for that one you do also get some serious riders, because it's a beautiful part of the country.
It is a beautiful part, stunning views, but also those challenging hills for them.
So has this become a popular event then, Rose?
It has, yes. Each year we have over 100 people taking part.
And as you say, people, I think, is it 7 a.m. registration opens at Cockerham Village Hall?
That's right. For the 100-mile route, people, we have opens at 7 o'clock and they set off at 8 o'clock. The 50-milers, registration starts at 9 and they're set off at 10. And then the 18-mile family route, they can register from 11 and they set off at 12.
And there's lots of support and signs, etc., I understand, on the route? That's
right, yes. The sign, we're up there on the Saturday signing the route. And then we have some lovely WI ladies at Sladeburn, Chipping and at Nateby providing some refreshments for everybody. And we have the back markers of vehicles back marking each route. And obviously medical support and a mobile bike mechanic as well.
Yes, I suppose that's also an important feature of something.
It is, because, however well prepared you are, something, might just not be quite right with your bike, either at the beginning of the route when you've got it off your car or, along the route as well.
So numbers have increased then, I take it, over the years of people who are doing this?
Yes, very much so.
And a lovely way for a family to come together, isn't it? For a family to raise money, but to be together and, in a beautiful part of the country. That's
right, and especially on that 18-mile route, because it is flat, and, you have got the support vehicle as well. And yes, doing something as a family and getting fit.
And throughout the year then, you were often doing various events, are you, around the area? Did you say you're based in Manchester? You're a national company, though, I think, are you?
We're based in Manchester, yes. We started 30 years ago at a hospital in Manchester, and we've grown to supporting projects nationally, actually.
And how do you kind of support the projects? Do the requests come in from the hospitals or from various patient groups, or?
They come in actually from the frontline staff because they understand what their department is needing. All the project applications are dealt with by my colleague who puts them to the Board of Trustees. And actually, trustees. A couple of them are still trustees today, founding members as well. So that's quite a good sign. And we have people from all different walks of life, pharmacists, solicitors, accountants, paediatric consultants. So people that understand about these pieces of equipment and facilities. And the projects are put to them, and they're the people that decide what we're going to fund. And work towards. And as a fundraiser, I'm out there talking to as many people as possible, getting as much support as possible.
And as you said, also the support comes to hospitals around this area, Ormskirk, Lancaster and Preston.
That's right, yes. And also we're, as far north actually at the moment as Blackpool, and down to, let me think, yes, south of Manchester as well. We got in Stockport area, but then we have small projects right across the country. We're working with the children and adolescent mental health
teams
group as well at the moment.
Lovely. So is there a website where listeners can go to find out the details about Sunday?
There are, yes. They can either give us a call here at the office on 0161 798 1600, or they can go to our website and register, www.MedEquip4kids.org.uk. And we're taking registrations online up till 4 o'clock on Thursday. Okay, but they're very welcome. And we prefer them to have registered up front, so we got an approximation of how many people are coming along to the event, but very welcome to come and register on the day as well.
And how many last year approximately did you have?
It was approximately 120 we had last year.
Wow, nice. So Come on, Preston FM listeners, we need you to beat that number. So there's an 18-mile route, there's a 50-mile route, and there's a 100-mile route, and registration begins at 7 a.m. at Cochrane Village Hall, Lancaster Road. And for those who love the postcode, if you have your sat-nav and you've got Susie giving you directions, well, it's LA2ODZ. LA2ODZ. So very nice to talk to you this afternoon, Rose. Thank you for coming on Preston FM. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me on, Hughie.
And hope you raise lots of money on Sunday. And fingers crossed that it's a decent day weather-wise.
Yes.
Okay, see you, Rose.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Hughie. Bye-bye.
For all the latest community news and events,
103.2 Preston FM.
Your community, your radio.